Okay, now what's the problem? The problem is the user can say width becomes -9 and height becomes -8, which should not be allowed. So when we run this, area is 72, but the width and height are negative, which is not right. So what do? We take any access privileges away from any external code by making width and height private. Once we do that, Eclipse complains because it cannot see the width, it cannot see the height either. What we can do is we can provide a public interface to change the values, and these are called getters and setters. If you go to client 1, Eclipse suggests change the visibility to public or create getters and setters, and that's exactly what we do. We'll call this get width and set width, and we'll call this get height and set height. And save it. Now you can see that 4 methods have been created. Set the width to a given value, so we provide some validation logic to that. So if a negative value is supplied, we convert it to a positive value. Similarly, if a negative value for height is supplied, we convert it to a positive value. And you can see that any occurrences of width and height have been changed to get width and get height. So we run this. So you can see now that we tried, or the user tried to set width and height to a negative value, but they were automatically set to a positive value, which is great. Because width and height are private, we cannot access width and height directly now. And that's why automatically we can call the getter instead of that. So getter is required more because you cannot set the values. So to set the value we call setters, and because the data is now private, we need to create getters, and getters are very simple. All they essentially do is they return the value that the client is requesting. Now, what's the advantage of a getter and setter? Because now I may have a second client. I may have a second client and it might want to do the same thing for rectangles. So I don't need to recreate the logic. And here I can get rid of this and call -4, 8, and it says area is 32, width is 4, height is 8. So the logic need not be repeated. So that's all for the first tutorial, and I hope that you benefited a little bit from this. I'll upload all the projects and the notes along with the video, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye-bye.